Good morning or afternoon, and welcome to the North Meck High School Algebra 1 EOC video clips. Today's subject is 3.03, Create Linear Models, video number 8. Alright, you're going to be given a set of data. As you can see in both of the problems, you have a data set, you have a table with data in it, and basically what you need to be able to do is to get the linear model that corresponds to the data. They will ask you questions about the scatter plot. They will ask you questions about slope and about the y-intercept. But the big picture here is to type the data in and get the linear equation. Alright, so we're given a table with data in it. Under year, you have 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. Under height, you have 1.25, 1.5, 2.33, 2.75, and 3.5. Now, if X represents the number of years since 1999, which linear model best fits the data? So we need to find the linear model that fits the data. In order to do that, we're going to use the calculator. I want you to hit Stat on the calculator. Now, Edit is highlighted, so hit Enter and Edit, and you'll see L1, L2, L3 list. Under L1, we're going to put the first table, which is your X values. Under L2, we're going to put the second table, which is your height. So again, under L1, we're going to type in these values. Under L2, we're going to type in the height. Now, when it comes to years, you're going to let 1999 be 0. We talked about this in another video. The fact that you are not going to type in 1999 for years. You're going to type in a 0 because that's where you're starting. Then the next one, 2000, is 1 year from that, so it's a 1. 2001 is 2 more years. 2002 is 3 years, and 2003 is 4 years. Now, if you want to get that in a systematic way, just subtract. 2000 minus 1999 is 1. 2001 minus 1999 is 2. 2002 minus 1999 is 3. And 2003 minus 1999 is 4. So under L1, we're going to type in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 0, enter, 1, enter, 2, enter, 3, enter, 4, enter. Now use your arrow key, your right arrow key to move over to L2. Under L2, we're going to put these values in. 1.25, enter. 1.5, enter. 2.33, enter. 2.75, enter. And 3.5, enter. Now, check your data to make sure that you have the right table in, that you have 0 matching with 1.25, that you have 1 matching with 1.5, 2, 2.33, 3, 2.75, and 4, 3.5. Now, hit Stat. This time you want to calculate something. You want to find the linear regression model. So scroll over to Calc, hit the right arrow key to get Calc. And now come down your listing till you see linear regression, Calc 4. Hit Enter, and it's saying you want the linear regression, and it's blinking. There's a blinking cursor there. And you just hit Enter, and you have your regression. Now what shows up on your linear model? What shows up is this. Y equals AX plus B, where A is equal to 0.575. and B is equal to 1.116. Now what that means is that your linear model is then Y equals, the A number goes in the A slot, 0.575x plus the B number goes in the B slot, 1.116. So now you have your linear model. So it says which linear model best fits the data? Y equals 0.575x plus 1.116. Now they like to ask questions about slope. Remember that this is your slope. Remember that this is your y-intercept. They will ask you questions about what does the y-intercept mean in this problem. The y-intercept means in this problem that if no years have passed, if x is equal to 0, then your height is 1.116. Or you have a flat height or a flat height of 1.116. All right, problem number 2, we're going to do the same thing. If the equation of line of best fit is, so they give it to you this time, so you don't have to type your data in, but if we were to type our data in, once again, this would be your L1, this would be your L2, then you're going to hit Stat, Calc 4 to get your linear regression model, and this should come up or something similar to that. Now the question says, what does the y-intercept represent? Well, remember that the x's were hours, and the cost of a visit, say a doctor's visit, a dentist visit, or whatever, is $72, $76, $91. So now the y-intercept is where x equals 0. So if x is 0, then the hours is 0. So you would have no hours, but you would owe $40.50. That means that you have a flat fee whenever no hours even happen of 40.5. So what does the y-intercept represent? It represents a flat fee of $40.50 when no hours have occurred. Again, the y-intercept is where x equals 0. So if x equals 0, this whole thing would be 0, and you'd be left with 40.5. So you're looking to cue in on the 40.5, that last number, as your y-intercept when you choose the problem, when you choose your answer. You're looking for 40.5 to show up in your answer, and you're looking for something that says that the x is 0. The x, which in this case was hours, it could be different things, but that's 0, and what's left over is your flat fee or whatever it represents. All right, now, if you'll come over, I have 2 additional practice problems for you. The big thing with linear models and data is to type your data in using your calculator under L1, L2. You stat Calc 4 to get your linear model, and then understand what it represents. Understand what the slope represents. Understand what the y-intercept represents. Thank you so much, and if you complete these additional practice problems, your Algebra 1 teacher will give you extra credit for them. Thank you so much, and have a good afternoon.